Dear students, I hope you are keeping safe and sound by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to the another English classes of Noakhali Government College. You have already found a class of appreciating poems. I will discuss about summarizing of passages. Dear students, you think that this is one of the easiest topics of your lesson, but when we look over your exam script, we have to give you 4 marks. Majority students found only 30 to 40 marks. So I think you should be more careful about this easy topic, summarization of passages. Let's start. What is summarization or what is summary? A summary is a short statement or statements that give only the main points or core information of something, excluding redundant, unnecessary information. You should give emphasis on this issue. Short statement, main points, and excluding redundant or unnecessary information. Dear students, you should try to produce main points of a speech, article, section, chapter, or book. Essential steps to summarization. Number 1, use perfect reading skill. Reading skill is an important skill. If proper steps are taken, it will remain multi-beneficial. It also plays a vital role in summarization skill. In the process of summarization, it helps to separate following aspects of reading material. Step 2, underline or note down major idea. It is an important step in the process of summarization. Note down or underline major ideas. That means if you found a passage, you should underline and note down its major ideas during the reading stage. First stage reading skill. By reading, you should note down or underline major idea during the reading stage. It helps to collect and reproduce major ideas while writing summary. This stage requires best selection and perfect analytical skills. Number 3 or step 3, check for appropriation. After collecting and note down, step 1 reading, step 2 collecting and note down. After collecting and note down major points, summary writer is directed to check for appropriateness of ideas to be reproduced in the summary. That means after reading and after collecting and note down major points, you should try to check out the appropriateness of ideas. Step 4, prepare the first draft. Next important step in summary writing is the preparation of first draft. In this stage, try to frame simple, self-dependent, short sentences and club points to develop logical link. This draft must be a complete, candid, clear, and include maximum points. Enough care is required to avoid needless repetitions and omit examples, tale or story, and other redundant or unnecessary data. This is very important for you. Take another look. Avoid needless repetitions and omit examples, story, and other unnecessary data. Step 5. Tailor and limit your summary. It is one of the most important steps for summarization. First draft always requires proper brush up and improvements. Brush up and improvements. Hence, it is essential to check for perfectness. During this stage, it is recommended to check for complete package and logical arrangement. This stage is very important for you. It is actually an arrangement. Take a look. 3 important summarization techniques. They are selection, rejection, and substitution. Selection is an important summarization technique. It is essential to select major idea, keywords and phrases, special terms and interpretations. This aspect must be considered seriously while writing this summary. The first technique, selection. Technique second, rejection. Reject is an important summarization technique. It is a process of removing unnecessary data. Try to reject repetition, example, illustrations, anecdotes, redundant expressions, tables, and statistical data. Basically, rejection helps to prepare a perfect summary. Technique 3. Substitutions. It is also an important summarization technique. Basically, it includes synthesis or coordination. After rejecting, now your work is substitutions or coordination. It is a mode of combining several sentences into one sentence. So these techniques very important to summarize a passage. I prepared for you short tips how to summarize any given passage. Try to follow. Number 1, be careful to select the theme of passage. First of all, you should select or you should remind the theme of the passage. Number 2, do not reproduce sentences from original text. You should not change original. You should not taken sentences from original text. Number 3, do not provide scope for ambiguity or obscurity. You should provide clear sentence. Include all major ideas. Be objective and write summary in third person. Number 6, observe proportion. Number 7, limit your summary. It must not be more than 1/3 the length of the original passage. Observe proportion. Number 6 and number 7 are almost same. You should select or you should Select text or ideas from the given passage only one-third of the length. Never introduce your ideas. Do not criticize or change the original source. Number 10. Do not include any redundant or unnecessary data. Prefer short, simple, and self-dependent sentences. Be precise or exact with words. Avoid needless repetitions. Logically link each section. This is a summary writing format. You can follow this format. The format is the passage describes and focuses mainly on definition, introduction, location types. You can find these subjects in a passage. So try to reproduce sentences based on these subjects. Now take a look on important topics for summary and their subject matters from your text English for today. Number 1, diaspora. Here we find definition, history, cause and effects. Number 2, Gazipur, Gazipir. Here we find introduction, characteristics, power and miracles. Conflict. Here we find these subjects, definition, characteristics, cause and effects, merits and demerits. Number 4, beauty. In this lesson we find definition of beauty, characteristics and importance, etiquette and manner. Here we find the topics of definition, characteristics and importance. Speech movement. We find definition, characteristics, purposes, objects and functions. Number 7, Amerigo. Here we find introduction, characteristics, struggles, sufferings and wishes. Number 8, Kuakata. In this lesson we find introduction, location, history, characteristics and importance. Hakaluki Haor. Here we find these subjects or these events, introduction, location, history, characteristics and importance. Number 10, folk music. Here we find variety, characteristics and importance. Dear students, you should practice this summarization or these summaries at your home. First of all, I suggest you practice all board questions of summarization. By practicing more, you will able to compose or you will be able to make a good summary. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye. Stay home. Stay safe.